So welcome. Thank you for joining today's session, New York session, live trading with cash traps. So let's have a look and see what we've got. I'll just start sharing screen. So you join us in a momentous week. Matty Pips, who we follow, brilliant young man, one of over 100 educators on the Go Live TV. Multiple languages, multiple sessions per week. You can trade Monday to Friday. So a momentous week on their team Zoom training on Wednesday night, which isn't actually on Go Live. That particular one, he passed the $10 million mark. He made 2 million on that session. So 6 trades were called out by a new educator in his team, Money Marks, who'll be starting next week. 2 sessions. So great for people in the UK. I'm in France, I'm an hour ahead, but broadly similar in Europe. Money Marks will be streaming live. He called all 6 trades on the Wednesday night session. And Matty was just sat there trading. He let Money Marks run the whole session. And he took 2 trades on Euro JPY, both with rollovers. I'll explain what they are. And that took him over the 10 million mark. So that may not be possible for everyone. He created this strategy. It's the most popular one that is there. Over 300,000 people, about 350,000 now doing this. And it's the most popular strategy, so completely phenomenal. So let's have a look at what we've got. So first of all, quick look at Forex Factory. No red flag news, nothing till tomorrow. On the Friday. There are G20 meetings tomorrow, which are bankers meetings and global economic forum stuff. So you can get people making announcements at any time of day. So we need to be aware of that tomorrow. And sometimes the day before, a couple of days before, the market can sort of tighten up when these things are happening. Once we've done that, I like to look at the currency strength meter, and I like to use finviz.com because I just find it very simple. You can see at the bottom, left to right, the strongest currency pairs are on the left, parity in the middle, and then the weakest are on the right. So we can see here that the euro is trading far more strongly, for example, than the Japanese yen, JPY, Japanese yen, which is the weakest. So we might want to take just calls or buys. We call them calls in HFX, which is high frequency Forex. And we might want to take just puts on something like GBP against the US dollar, because the GBP is weaker. So we would be selling a put. It's called a sell is called a put. So I'll just write those down. So I've got my order of sequence. BP. Now the 3 favorite pairs Matty has are Euro JPY, USD JPY, and Euro USD, and they all move broadly similarly. You've got the Euro combined in 2 of those pairs. You've got Japanese yen against cross 2 of them, and the US dollar. He did obviously extremely well on Wednesday night. Now come over to your broker, make sure you've got it set up on the 3-minute. Matty trades on the 3-minute. And then we like to look at our percentage payouts. You'll see that on the left-hand side. Now Matty trades those 3 pairs mainly. But you can trade any of these. There's about 10 pairs in total. But the better you get at being consistent in the day, your time for your trading. I've just done a Zoom with someone just now. So 2 o'clock UK time is a great time to trade, or anywhere between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. UK time. So we can see USD JPY is paying out at 73%, Euro JPY at 85%. And Euro USD at 72. So all those are looking very nice. So we've got the euro strong, and we've got the US dollar stronger than the Japanese yen. So we might want to just look at calls. So come over now to, just to remind you, if you're on Facebook, obviously, then come over to your team training group, our team training group, and look over here under more. I tell a lie, I think guides, sorry, units are now called guides. Units are now called guides. So come over to the guides, and here you will find the key videos to watch, and follow the units through, mark them when you've done them. And if you are struggling with anything, I went over support and resistance myself the other day, and I looked at one of Les's on YouTube. I looked at Josh Lee's on support and resistance on Go Live. They're on at 6 p.m, him and Brandon Boyd for the training. And I replayed a little bit of the video, and then I practiced it on USD JPY, and I thought, oh, that's fine. Yeah, I've really got that. So I spent a couple of hours doing that. So if you feel uncertain about a particular area, then there are most definitely the videos there to help you. So I want to look at USD JPY. You don't have to look at the scanner. I'm just showing you the trend in the market, so you can see why USD is so much stronger than the Japanese yen. It's worked its way all the way up now past the C point, and what it's doing now is forming a new high, and it will create another scan like this, which will probably be a sell scan at some point, because it will be reversing in the market. So we're right up at this point. This is the bit that we're trading, and it's still been in an upward momentum all day today. So if we come over to our HourGlass, and let's have a look at what's setting up. It's just a little bit slow today. You can see your pairs up here. That says NZD USD. And here is your countdown timer, because we're tucking in on a non-fixed time 3-minute trade on a 5-minute candle. So we've got 3 minutes 35 to go to the new candle. USD JPY. Look at the currency strength meter. USD at 56, JPY, Japanese yen at 26. So very strong upward momentum, and probably will continue like that for the half hour because of Evan Cabral's market timing. So that says call at 239. We just look at the last 3 digits, and you can see it had a sell there, so we haven't got a point for the buy. It was off that line of resistance there with a green call. We have that pointing up, so it wasn't coming up into the overbought area. So what I would like to see is that it comes back down to this sort of area, and then we take a call on the way up, rather than taking a put against, taking a reversal, a pullback against that currency strength meter. And we can have a look on our chart here. So on the Zoom I just did with someone, I gave them an example, and we did 2 winning live trades on USD JPY and had a look at what it was actually doing. So I'm on the 5-minute chart here, and we've got 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. This orange line is the line of support and resistance called I call it quarter theory point. And when you're looking at what's happening on a pair, you want to be looking at these probes. Telling you is that it's failing to carry on. It can't. You need nice flat bottoms and strong momentum on the candle. The wicks are telling us falling back on that position. Just show you on the 1 minute. So there are 5 1-minutes. 5 1-minute candles. So on our 1 minute, obviously it's more erratic, volatile on the 1 minute. You don't want to be taking trades based on just looking at a 1 minute chart, but I'm just doing it to dissect it down to show you what's happening on the candles. So we've got 1 minute, should have about 1 minute. This is the last 1 minute candle that's showing, and it's a doji candle on the 5 minute. So these 5, the 3 up and the 2 down, this is the last 46 seconds of the 5 minute candle, which is formed out of these 5 1 minute candles. So it went up above this very strong line of support and resistance, and now it's reversing down to 230. So what we like to do is look on HourGlass. This is the algorithms. This is the brilliant strategy Matty has created. Last 19 seconds. So I want to see if it gives us a put, if it's going to carry on down. That was the hourly candle, so it should carry on, and not should. I'm expecting it may want to carry on down on this reversal before coming up again, because that previous candle was red. And if we look, let's see what happens here. So it's giving us a call off this line here. So it hasn't carried on down further. It's sort of in the middle here, pointing flat to up. Got a sell there. So I wouldn't necessarily want to be taking that, because you can see it's struggling on that 250 line there. 242 it's giving us there, and on the broker 254, just above the quarter point. 252. So I'd like to see a pullback down here and then take a call. I don't really want to be taking it at this level here. And let's have a look back here. So if you have a look, put it back on the 5 minute at what's happened to the left. Where did it reverse? So just double check something. So what we had, this is our 200 moving average. That tells us price is still, US dollar is still strong because it's above that moving average. And at the 3 o'clock UK time, there was our hourly candle, and it carried on up to the Bollinger Band. Sorry, Zoom's just going a bit slow. Let's get that to catch up. Then it reversed back. It did a little pullback to the moving average in the middle on the quarter. That was at just about at 15. And then it's carried. Zoom's been really slow. Now we've got a lot of things open. Let's close that one. Sorry about that. We'll close that one. I'll close the Harmonic scanner. So now we can see 15 past the hour. What's our, is it giving us 3 minutes ago? 2, 3, 4 to 2:30. So it has carried on down. I want to see more of a pullback, and then we'll look at that for a buy. That's the 5 minute, and there you had that little wick off there, and it struggled. It is below that quarter theory point. It didn't like that very strong line of resistance there. So if we get a pullback, then we could take that for a call again. We've still got the currency strength meter in our favor. Trying to move things, just being a bit slow today. And let's look at take that off. Let's look at the overall trend. We can look at a couple of other pairs while we're waiting for this. Sorry, I usually have it this slow. So what's been happening, you can see it's been I'm on the 5 minute chart, an upward momentum for the whole of the day. Sorry, down in Tokyo, and then carried on pretty much all the way up. You see this in the pivots, lazy man lazy man's high and low points. So she pretty much gone into consolidation there. It did its move, which you'd probably expect because it's Japanese yen against the US dollar. So out of session in London, and it's consolidated in London, and then it's carried on in its strong buying momentum on the way up in New York, which is a US dollar's session. US dollar, Canadian dollar are in session for the New York session. Those are the two pairs. London will be Euro, JPY and Swiss franc, which we don't trade, CHF. And Tokyo, of course, is Australian dollar, AUD, NZD, New Zealand dollar and Japanese yen. So we like out of session pairs most of the time because, or it works a lot of the time because they're not doing such big moves. And I'm going to come back to HourGlass. So less than a minute ago, it's given us another, I'll just refresh that screen, make sure it's refreshing because my Zoom's been a bit slow. Less than a minute ago. So you can see how our stochastic and relative strength index, our stochastic is down into the oversold area. We want it to be pointing up. I want to take calls only because of the strength of the US dollar against the Japanese yen. The top figure, USD 56 against Japanese yen 26. So if you remember looking at your FinViz, there's the US dollar in the middle and Japanese yen, the weakest of all the currencies there. Okay. So I want to wait for, we've got 4 minutes left. It's off that line of resistance. I'm not too keen on this, even if this turns, because I want to see it pull back more. It's still pointing down. That's good. I think the next 5-minute candle, if it makes a bit more of a move down, then we'll look at that for a call. At the moment it's at 223 on trading view. It called it at 230, so it's just still in that downward momentum. Show you on the 1 minute what the 1 minute candles are doing, and on the 1 minute it's come down very nicely down there. So let me put it back on the 5. And the 5, let's look at our bottom level. So the mid-level, and the reason that you'll have these gaps will vary is because, of course, on the 5 minute, you're looking at far more wrinkles in the chart. If I move this up to the hourly, then you've only got one candle per 60 minutes. So over the hourly trend, longer time frame, you can see quite a lot of wicks, and it's wicking off that quarter theory. So it's just peaking out, which if you remember from looking at the harmonic scanner, we saw that it was at the top end of that new scan. It had worked its way, completed it very nicely. So it's forming its uppermost point, and I will expect this to be turning for a new scan for a reversal, but that might not happen until tomorrow. End of New York into Sydney and then into Tokyo. So it can stay up at this level for quite some time. It can push on up a bit more. But that's why your bands, why the widths vary, because it's measuring different lengths. So on the 30 minute, again, they look closer together. Come down to the 15 minute. And you can see on the 15 minute, you've got 4 15-minute candles to the hour, and you can see it peaked off that line, top line of resistance at 291 on a 15-minute candle, and it's down at wicking off that quarter theory and back to our normal 5 minute for cash trap. And that's why we're split, we're drilling down. So we've got 12 candles in the 5 minute time frame, make up 1 hour. And it's wicking off that quarter theory that you can see. You see how it moves in waves. Every pair, the market moves in waves. It's not, and there it's trending up. I'm hoping this is a pullback, and it will give us another push up for a nice little buy. That's 21, so it's moved on the 1 minute into HourGlass. 4 minutes ago. So we'll just wait. Now you can see it's hovering along the middle here. It's at 254. It's just above that quarter theory point at 250. So it's probably made its move. It's just going to come back up here. So we have entered a bit of a period of flatness. You see here, looking back, and that was 5 minutes. I want you to change my time. From here, it really has pretty much hit that line of resistance. So I'd like it to come back to this level, but I'm not sure we're going to get that at the moment. We might look at one of the other pairs. Put it back on the 5 minutes so we don't get confused. And I don't want to take puts on this, personally speaking. I'd rather, I think it probably will turn in the half hour. There, we've just got 5 minutes to go. But I prefer trading with the currency strength meter. So we've got the buy come up there. It is giving us a put there. It gave us a put at 260, but it's a much smaller range and it's against this currency strength meter. So I'm going to come on and look at, leave that alone for a few minutes and look at Euro JPY. Look at one of the others. That's paying out 85%. So when it's paying out these higher volatility levels, higher in the volume, that means for every trade we take, there's someone on the other side. So if we're taking a buy, Euro's very strong against Japanese yen, so I'd only want to take calls on that. It's the strongest of all the currencies against the Japanese yen, the weakest. There'll be someone selling, and the broker is making that 15% as their fee. And if it's down at 60%, the broker's taking 40. But this reflects the volatility and the volume. So they're making 15%. That's their fee for giving us the access to their platform and this ability to trade. So I'm just going to go down to Euro JPY, and you can see currency strength meter, Euro 71, Japanese yen down at 24. It called a put 2 minutes ago. Oh, it has master notes. That may have been from last night. So Matty on his session, because of so many people on, it crashed the broker servers. So he marked up the charts with lines of support and resistance himself. But they will only remain valid for those sort of trades and the next hour. They're not valid now. So when it says has master notes, it means he had put some lines on. So that was called a put at 897. So if we get a nice little pullback, it's got some way to go, then we could look at that setup for a call. You can see how price is well above the 200 moving average. So very strongly buying. Move this over here so you can see it on here, on the 5 minute. Off that line of resistance at 919. EJ 919. I want to see a pullback on that down to here, 829, and take a call. I don't want to be taking puts or sells where the currency is so strong against the Japanese yen. And that was today's movement. So very flat in Tokyo. I don't know if it was bank holiday, but hardly any movement. Euro completely took off in London, went up 50, 75, 750 million or so. And I want to see a pullback. Let me go back to USD JPY. And that's why we don't want to take trades. If you look at our analysis, it was absolutely correct. I said it was consolidating, playing around in this area, and for the best chance of success, these are like boomerangs, these outer Bollinger Bands here and here. And we want to be pinging off those or the moving average in the middle. It's very risky. You see all those wicks, so you could very easily have lost these trades if you've gone in for a call there, because it's struggling on that strong line of support and resistance, very wicky. It opened at the bottom there and closed at the top, and then it opened there. So on 3 minutes, it went down. You might have just made it, but it would have been, you know, very, very tight. I know we only need one tick over the line on the 1 second chart, but very, 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 very tight. So I'm going to come back to look at our Euro JPY, see how that's shaping up. And sure enough, that is probably calling a put. Euro JPY, it's done another call. But again, same thing as USD JPY, they do move broadly similarly. It's very, very close together, not a good trade call at all. And here you can see why, playing around in this area, as I've shown you on the other chart. So I'm going to come and look at Euro USD, 72%, currently at 264 on the broker. Very wicky, again, same thing, right on a very strong line of support and resistance. Euro is very strong, US dollar at parity in the middle, similar to the Canadian dollar. Come down to the 1 minute, that will show me, although it's very volatile on the 1 minute. So it just wants to go up. It wants to go up. It's pushing up, Called a call at 883. Could possibly 3 minutes 35. It's a bit deep into the candle. 883. Sorry, wrong one. My bad. 245. Cancel that last thing I said. I was looking at Euro JPY 69 to 56. 245. 245. 226. 259. There was our 245 back there. So that would have actually been an okay trade, but very, very close. It does want to go up though, has been working its way up. So if it pulls back to that 250 for a call, 250 for a call on the next turn of it in 2 minutes. Although it's in the middle there, we are off those moving averages here. We have got the currency strength meter in our favour. It's down at 236. Suddenly gone. Where are we on the timing? So this is this half hour candle. So broadly came down, so we could take a call on this. Let's have a look. 239. Let's see what happens in 1 minute 45. We've still got the currency strength well in our favour. Very strong euro. Euro is top of all of them. Japanese yen is weakest. So 1 minute 30 to go. Currency strength in our favour. Let's see how much it pulls back for us. We've got the buy there. Be nice if we did get further pullback. It's off that moving average in the middle. Come on to the 5 minute. Very wicky. Very wicky indeed. So it's difficult to tell which way it wants to go. That's the 30 minutes, but we know it's very strong against the Japanese yen, and that gives us our half-hour candle. So it should want to turn up, 241, and hourglass, let's see what that's going to give us. It's saying 235 on the hourglass. If you are taking trades, please trade responsibly, no more than 1%, 2%, or 3%. Trade on demo if you're new. I'm not a professional trader. I'm just showing you how I think, and always a student, the same as the rest of us. So these are my trade ideas. You don't have to take them. If you want to practice and see how it plays out, please do it on minimal risk or on demo, and it's your responsibility to manage your own money. So please do that. I'm not a professional go live trader. Just the same as everybody else. So I've just maybe, we've been doing it a little bit longer. That's all. Euro USD, a call at 222. So we've got a nice pullback. The line's still pointing down. We want those to be ticking up in our favor. We've got the call off the Bollinger Band, green. So that's 1, 2 off the resistance. We've got the B back there. That gives us a 3. We've got the currency strength 4. We want those lines pointing up. Let's have a look where it is on the broker. 222, so you could take a call on this. Now that's still going down here on the 5 minute, on the 1 minute, so I don't like the look of that, but that fits in with what we're saying on hourglass, where your lines are still pointing down on your stochastic, flat on the RSI, and we need those to be pointing up. You can see that red candle behind. It's opened red, but the red candle here did wick off there. It was flat bottom, but it wicked off there. It didn't want to go up, and there's a doji candle there. So it may well be, that's 163, that it wants to push down a bit more. That line is still pointing down. So we've got currency strength 1, we've got the buy 2, we've got 3, we've got a 4-point trade. We have got the candle turning blue. It's up at 231. Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, slogged me out. So let's have a look again. Don't know where it will be now. Might have run up. It's gone down to 69. It always defaults to Euro USD 1 minute and $10, so be careful. So that's at 221. Let me check on hourglass. The candle's red, still pointing down. Still pointing down. It's still shoveling down. So it may want to come down to this next line of resistance at 167. It may be working its way. Always look left to see what happens right. So lines of support will turn into lines of resistance. What do we mean by that? You can see that blue line. This is auto support. It's one of our indicators. It's acted as a line of support. Okay, it wicked through a bit. Then as prices come up here, you can see all these wicks off here. Price is saying, I do not like this ceiling. This is acting now as a line of resistance and pushing price down. That orange line is another line of support and resistance called quarter theory, based on bankers' stop losses, the people that make the markets move. And price said, I don't like that, and it's still going down. Now, why aren't we taking a sell on this? Because of our currency strength meter. And the reason I like FinViz is it's so easy to understand. Oh, I see something in the chat. We've got euro very strong. These are strong currencies to the left, parity in the middle, the weakest to the right. So euro is the strongest of them all, and Japanese yen is the weakest. So I'm looking for pullbacks, and I'm going to take a call on this 229 when I feel that it is turning in our favor. So that's at 222. If we get another pullback, there was our 2222. Oh, it went right down to 07. So it might have missed this. Might have run away from me a bit. I think it's run away from me because I got logged out. It's up at 2227. So I do like to, if it gives us a pullback, And the other thing you can sometimes do is just go down. I don't always do this. You can go down to the 1 minute and take a quick scalp on it. I saw Matty do that, 2230. So I'll just change that to 522. I'll take a call, might be a bit late on it. So I got logged out. HourGlass there, it's just turning there. That was at 38. So hopefully it wants to come back up to at least to that line of quarter theory at 250. Price usually will want to break and retest these major levels. Price always wants to move to the next major level. And it's at 2232. So come back to my trading and look at it on here. So strike price 2229. It's a little bit late. A call, it finishes at 42, 39.15, 3 minutes. So under 3 minutes, about 2 minutes 45. We'll just see how this one plays out. I was in a little bit later than I would have liked because I got logged out and lost where I was, but you can see it's working its way up nicely. So let me know if anyone took this. And it's just turned around now, so I was in late, as I said. So it's just turning now for a put at 234. So 247. It's just heading up to that quarter theory at 40. So I've got 2 minutes. Keep up there, baby, as the Elwoods would say. So we're deep in profit at the moment. That should be okay, but I was in a bit late on the candle. As you can see, it's already turned round to the next 5 minute candle. And the reason we're taking non-fixed time, you want this fixed time off. 3 minute non-fixed time is we're tucking our trade into that 5 minute candle. And usually a candle will want to complete. So if we get in at the beginning, near the beginning of that 5 minute candle, then we've got enough time to win our trade in 3 minutes or under, compared to being on fixed time where you're stuck in it for the full 3 minutes. It's just coming down now, 41, 42. So once it's at 42, I've only got 3 seconds on, so just watch this one play out. This one's fine. And I'll stop the share and look at the chat. And this is why I only wanted to take calls on this, because of that currency strength meter. It's just a matter of looking at the turning on the chart, turning of price on the chart. Just dropping now. So that was successful. And let's stop the share. It's not stop share. Yeah, stop share. So I can just quickly check the chat. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you. Thank you. I do appreciate everyone's time. I hope you're finding this helpful. So we'll come back, and there you are. It's just on that moving average and a very strong line of support and resistance. So we could take another call here. Let's see where we are. We've got 2 minutes left. So we need a call. We've got the buy. We've got Euro 76 against US dollar at 60. That's got put at the moment, which is good. I want it to pull back. It's at 244, so it's right on that quarter theory point at 250. And I want a call that's going to take us from this point. Just look at someone's saying something. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. You see it's still struggling on that line. And that shows you the power of it, because these bankers, the big boys, we put our money into, say, Barclays, these 10 big boys, they're putting hundreds of millions on, and they're rounding it up to zeros and fives. So when they say they're selling in the market, they'll put their stop loss at that 250 line. They won't put it at 243 or 267. They're putting on hundreds of millions of dollars. They round it up or down. So that's why it's so powerful. when you get these strong, all these highlighted lines of support and resistance, or when you see Matty drawing them. Now it wants to push down, and I'm surprised about that. It's 44 because Euro JPY is still very strong on the currency meter, but we can take another call on this. It's 47 seconds to go. We've got the buy, we've still got the currency strength meter. It's right down near this bottom area. So we've got a good situation. Please use your own risk, by the way. Don't rely on me. I'm only showing you what I do. It's going to come off this area. I'm on the 1 minute chart here. And we can look at this for a buy. It's at 235 on the broker. Come to HourGlass. Let's see what happens. 16 seconds for it to turn around, but you can see it's just bounced off a bit there. I would have liked it to have pulled back a bit more, and bear in mind where that quarter theory point is at 250, because if we're very close to that, it can just wick on and off it and be stuck along it. It sticks to it like chewing gum. Any of these big lines, so 244. And it's a put. That is not for me. That is not for me as a trade. Definitely not. It's giving me conflicting signals. It's right on that quarter theory. It is very strong against the Japanese yen. No, sorry. It's very, hang on, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Losing my train of thought. Sorry. It's still, it's not very strong. It's strong against the US dollar, which is sitting in the middle. Beg your pardon, my bad. I was thinking of something else. So I'm expecting, and there it's just suddenly shot up. Shot up there, 2, 3, 4. Am I doing the right thing here? Euro USD, Euro, yes. 243, 243, 237 on HourGlass. Called at 244 for a put. I want to buy it. I want a call 246. I want it to come up above this 250, and we take a call from there up to 265 to 271. That's what I'd like to do. You can see how it moved down, moved up, moved down, and is moving up because of the strength of the euro against the US dollar. We're now 10 minutes towards the hour. I'm expecting it to want to push up to complete the hourly candle. We've got, still makes me think I'm on the wrong currency pair because it's saying put there, and I can see the candle moving up. So I want to see what happens here in 3 minutes. So we take one more call on this before the hour. 261 on the broker. Put that on the 5 minutes so we can have a look at it on there. So it's just wicking off the middle moving average as a buy on the 5 minute. We had the doji candle there, meaning 50-50. That was our half hour. So it has turned round. And the 3 minute is showing us it's above the moving average, it is coming up. And the 1 minute, it's at 254. HourGlass, 2 minutes left. So I don't like to get in based on the other charts I've looked at until I see what the signal is calling out on here, because this is so incredibly proven. That's why it's the most popular strategy. It's I believe, without any income claims here, we're all on a different journey. It's the quickest and simplest way to make money, and it's so proven by these top educators that we're so lucky to have access to. So you can see how it's still hovering around there, isn't it? So, oh, moved down again. But either a call off here, or if it does come down to the 218 area on the hour, then when we finish the session, look for a call just after the hourly candle You always, if you're taking a trade and you forget where you are with it right up until the hour, make sure you roll over so you complete the trade after the hourly candle. So if I was in a call coming up to the hour and it just gave me a bit of a pullback, so it was on a downward momentum, then I would roll over to make sure it was still in the direction I wanted to go after the hour, if that makes sense. Because it's still very strong up there. 228. So a nice pullback down here, but you can see where that moving average is. 20 seconds left to go. Let's got the buy, got the currency strength, we've got the stochastic right down at oversold, got the moving average. We want it to pull down as much as possible, and then let's see what happens. I'm on the 1 minute, so there'll be a nice call here. That is going to turn. It's given us a call at 211. Call at 211. The line is flat. We want it pointing up. You can still see the candle is red and it's at 205. So be careful, because if you get in too early, you're going to have to roll over. So I will see what happens here. I'll do a, where are we on our hourglass? It's still pushing down. Just hopefully going to move. 4 minutes 20, 207, 207, 209 on my broker. Hourglass there. 46. There was our 30 minutes. Still going down though, isn't it? I'm on the 1 minute. 30 went down. I thought it wanted to go up. We've got a big pullback here, 213. Okay, so I've got in at 215. Just wicking off that area there. Hourglass candle blue. Currency strength in our favor, line ticking up. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got the buy 4, off the Bollinger Bands 5, the call 6. And we've now got that blue candle. And off that line of resistance as well. So this is actually a 7-pointer, 222. Got in at 215. 3 minutes non-fixed time. I would have preferred 211 down here, but we're just waiting for that. And this is exactly what I was talking to someone about before I came on this team session. Before the session, I did a one-to-one Zoom. And that's exactly what I was talking about, the confidence in finding analysis as to where that turn is and why you're waiting patiently to go in the favor of the currency strength meter and take the trade you're taking. And if it calls to 211, you want to be getting in at 211 or below if you're wanting a call. If you're going to take a call, but you don't want to be getting in if the candle is still red on the hourglass and still showing that it's pushing down, and you want these lines to have turned. But sometimes, as we know, these lines can run away from us. The trade can run away from us. I would not be getting in if I'd looked at it up here. I'd try not to, because that's the whole point of this system, is add the points up, get in on the correct analysis, right analysis, that's most in your favor, using the currency strength meter. And make sure that you're deep into profit. So the whole point of high frequency exchange and why it's so popular, now we're deep into profit, is that we don't have the stresses of moving stop losses. Rollover is a bit like moving your stop loss. It increases your risk 30%. It means you've got in a bit early. If I'd got in here, I would have had to have rolled over probably. And you haven't got lot sizes and all that stuff. It's simple in or out in 45, 57 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. That's the beauty of it. And you can make as much as you ever want. No income claims here, obviously, by such an incredibly, I'm so grateful to Matthew Pips and the HFX team, Josh Lee's training, Brandon Boyd, Evan Cabral, Ness, Dial. I was up, I didn't go to bed till 6 because I was up on end of Nessa's session, then DL's, then Matty's. The brokers crashed because he had 50,000 people on. So he marked the charts up so that we could take the trades immediately after his session. But those master notes, and there we are, we've won that. So let me know if you were in that and you won that. And there's that candle. That was an absolute beauty of a trade, real beauty of a trade. Now we're coming up to 5 minutes to the hour, though. I would say to myself, I'll wait for the turn of the hour, and I probably would not take another trade now until you get the hourly cat. There it is. Look at that. How fabulous is that? Right, gone right. Beautiful trade. Absolutely beautiful trade. Sweet as a nut. So I now wouldn't want to get into a trade until see if I've got this one. Show you there. Oh, it always comes up the wrong way around on some of mine. So settings, let me just switch it the other way around. This is Evan Cabral's market timing. That's it. There's your hourly candle. So personally speaking, think about it. The euro is much stronger than the US dollar. It's done its half hour. There's a reason these big professional traders tell us and create these things, these teachers, because they know from their years and thousands and thousands and thousands of trades and many millions of dollars later, they've watched these pairs and they know what generally happens. So at the half hour, there's the half hour back there. There, it went down for half an hour, and normally it will want to then turn. So it did a bit of sideways wiggle, and that's the end of it moving up for the hour. So it'll move up for the hour. It's still stronger than the Japanese yen. It'll probably turn there. We're getting quite late in the day. But I would only want to be taking calls on this pair. So I'd be looking for pullbacks to strong line of support and resistance, like this quarter theory, and then to take another call. I wouldn't probably be taking puts. And that's how you add up this kind of analysis. And it has, I'm not going to take another one. It's just called a put at 311. Always check you're on the right pairs, by the way. I have done, and lines are pointing down. It's off that line, off the Bollinger Band. You've got the red 1, 2, 3, but you haven't got the currency strength. But there's that put, and also it's coming up to the hour, so it could be a tiny pullback until it gets to the hour. So I'm going to finish there. We've done 2 successful trades. Let me know if anyone took them. And cleared that one. Well done, Jonathan. That's great. And I do thank you all for joining. Now, next week, Money Marks, who is Matty Pip's protege, or one of them in his apprentice team, he called all 6 winning trades on Wednesday night on their team call. We weren't on that. That wasn't part of Go Live. And Matty Pips cleared 2 million. He got from 8 million to 10 million. And those 2 Euro JPYs with rollovers that Money Marks called, he called 6 trades. Matty took those trades. And as of next week, Money Marks will be doing my sessions, taking over from me, 4 p.m. UK time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to talk to Les and agree a new time for my weekly sessions, and you've now got Money Marks in the morning, American time, so 4 p.m. for you UK time, and then you've still got Matty Pips and Evan and DL and Millie Milks 5 p.m. tea time UK. So there's 8 sessions a week with Matty and Money Marks. I think he'll also be doing one on a Friday, I think he said. Can't remember now, I've written it down. And so if you just go on these sessions, I'm focusing on Euro JPY, USD JPY and Euro USD to really learn those pairs. You can have out of this everything that you want and need in life. Anybody can learn this, which is why Les and I and the rest of the team are so passionate about it. So I hope you're very welcome. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So do join me next week, but I will be changing my time. and reach out to me if you have any questions or would like any help on a Zoom. I'm very happy to help. And happy trading. Les will be on Sunday doing Bitcoin for us, 5:30 p.m. UK time. And he's not doing any more live trading this week, so he had to finish some other consultancy work. And I'm very excited for next week. So I'll see you guys all soon, and I do really appreciate you all. And if I don't see you on the beaches, as the Elwood says, I'll see you at the bank.